Hi there, I hope you're all doing well. I am moving on to the characters for my Saurian army this week. This is the new sculpt of the Gecko Priest. I have done the previous sculpt before, but that wasn't painted to fit the army, that was just a one-off that I'd done in the past. I primed the priest in black and given a white zenithal highlight. I want the characters to stand out a bit more from my regular units, so with that in mind I've actually shifted the colour scheme darker, as the rest of the units are very bright. The base colour for the skin and the final colour for the scales is going to be hull red. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. You can also join Discord using the link in the description, where you can share anything you have been hobbying on. Next up for the skin is burnt red. This is just to bring out all of those muscles and start the process of separating the skin from the scales. Highlighting up the skin a bit more, I use scarlet red. This is going in all the same places as burnt red, but covering a slightly smaller area, more towards the top of the muscles where the light would be hitting. To finish the highlighting on the skin, I use gory red. This is going on the very tops of the muscle, just basically bringing out the very tips of them. I tried something I've never done before now. I grabbed jade green and painted on some tattoos for the skin. I think I have overdone this slightly, but the effect still works and it helps sell that feeling of a magical ability. The last part of the skin is a red tone wash over all of it. This is hopefully going to stain those tattoos a little bit more and help blend them in to look like they're part of the skin. With the skin finished, I moved on to the next parts of the model, starting with the feathers using Escorpina green, as with all of my geckos. I do forget at this point to do the eyes, but I will come back later and just add them in. For all the metal parts, they of course have to be gold. Since this is the single model, I used greedy gold just to finish off that part. Next up is the leather straps, and they're all done with Army Painter's Leather Brown. gold needs a little highlighting, so I grabbed old silver and got started adding some edge highlights on all those areas that will be facing the light. I then grabbed Vallejo's leather brown and started highlighting the leather parts in the same way, just grabbing those top areas where the light would be hitting. For the base, I gave it a once over with charred brown, leaving the rock as I thought that would look weird just brown. I was hoping originally though to leave the rock entirely and just use the Zenithal Prime, but it turns out I made a lot of mess with the red and had to come back and fix it after. Next is the claws, which are done with skeleton bone. To fix the rock on the base, I used medium sea grey, just to bring that stone look back. Finishing off the model with all the parts other than the skin, I gave them a wash of light tone. And that will be it for the Gecko Priest. That just leaves one more model for this army, the Frog Mage himself. As with all my minis, I used some grass tufts just to give that base the jungle floor vibe. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. You can also join Discord using the link in the description. If you want to pick up some hobby supplies that I use, just check out my affiliate links down below. As always, there will be photos of this mini on my Instagram page. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Most importantly though, be kind to each other.